Is it okay to reach out to your ex after a certain amount of time in no contact if they were the ones to dump you? Hey, I'm Coach Benny, and I help people get their exes back. And before I ever did this, I was a dating coach. And for 5 years, I had to pay attention to what attracts other people versus, what are the things that you don't want to do that's going to push them away. And when I first got into coaching about getting your ex back in relationships, one of the things I used to teach was like, hey, you're in no contact indefinitely until they come back because they were the ones to dump you. So clearly, they have a bout of temporary insanity because they're pushing away the good thing, right? And so it's incumbent upon them to come to their senses and come back to you and miss you and, crawl on back. Now, there's just a little problem with that. You see, in the dating world, if you swipe on somebody and they're not responding to your messages, it's not like if you message them again, you're going to magically get this person's interest. So from an attraction perspective, that's a solid teaching because sometimes you just have to pull away. You can come on over. You just have to pull away, in order to get to leave space for that person to fill it. When I made the switch over into relationships coaching, one of the things that jumped out at me as very relevant, very significant, is attachment style. In other words, people have wounds that have happened throughout their past that drive insecure behavior in the relationship. And this insecurity is a factor that kind of interrupts this process of just, this straightforward approach of just like attraction based technique. In other words, people could have their walls up because, they got hurt, or people can start pushing away and repressing their emotions because they've been emotionally neglected in the past and they have fears about commitment. Especially when you get into low self-esteem and depression, these things really impact the efficacy of attraction-based techniques. Specifically, for example, with the dismissive avoidant who you go into no contact with, and even though they were the ones to break up with you, over time, they start missing you, they start wanting you back, but at the same time, they think that you're better off without them, and they don't want to reach out to you and mess up your life. And even though they miss you and they want you back, they don't even think they're good enough for you anyway. So you can see that if you truly want to be able to get your ex back and pull off no contact the right way, in some cases, yes, you're going to have to go to your ex if you want them back. And if you want somebody on your side that understands this process and can guide you down the path, so that way you're not going to mess it up, you're going to be able to get your ex back, click into my profile picture right here, click this link down here, set up a call with me, and I want to hear your story, and I'm going to help you get your ex back.